back to Planners and Wine. My name is Myra.
And my name is Meg. Welcome back, everybody.
Yay, welcome back to another week. We are back. We had an extra special episode last week, so if you didn't check it out, please do.
Yes, and shout out to Edding. If you watch this episode or listen or watch this episode on the day it comes out, there is still an opportunity to enter into that Edding giveaway. You got about one more day. It ends on August the 30th. Make sure you guys show Edding some love and enter into that giveaway to win that amazing bundle.
Thank you so much to Marie. She's so sweet. I'm glad we finally got
Mm-hmm.
to do it because, like we said on that show, it definitely has been a while in the making, and I'm super excited to see who wins the giveaway and get the goodies, especially
Yeah.
the glitter pens.
Me too. Me too. Those glitter pens are fantastic. And yeah, we literally have been talking to Edding since Go Wild Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad we can make this happen before the next Go Wild, whenever that's gonna be. So we're still waiting on the announcement for
We're
that.
still
So
waiting.
but yeah, how was your week, girl?
My week has been pretty good. It's been kind of a
Mm-hmm.
chaotic week. A lot of announcements on my end. This past week was the first full week of school.
Yes.
Full week of my stream. So if y'all
Mm-hmm.
check me out over there, that is how it should look
Yay.
like in the future. Although this week is gonna be short because I'm getting dental surgery. So
Oh girl, what kind of
there's that.
surgery? I'm actually going to the dentist this week also, but I'm just going for my like 6 month thing. What
The
is the
cleaning.
surgery? Mm-hmm.
I am getting one of my wisdom tooth taken out. I never really had
Oh,
any problems with it.
yeah.
So I mean, wisdom teeth are notorious for being hard to clean.
Yeah.
So, and it's the one up top, so they are thinking it's not going to take that much of downtime to recover.
Okay.
So I was like, just in case,
Yeah.
I'll just do one stream this week, and hopefully I'm back by the time we do our YouTube live for the Patreon. If my cam's off, y'all know why.
Period. Exactly. Valid. Just let us know. You're gonna be fine. Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
I still have my wisdom teeth too. They have never bothered me at all. Just literally, when I go to the dentist, the what do they call the people who clean your teeth?
The
The
hygienist.
yeah. She always every time I go, she always comments about, man, you have a lot of teeth, and I'm like, well, y'all don't think you need to take out my wisdom teeth, so I'm gonna have a lot. I guess it
Yeah,
is what
honestly,
it
I was
is.
like, if we can just go ahead and take all four of those wisdom teeth out, I'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like, if you were 16, we would do it, but we're just gonna go, I guess, case by case. This one that's getting
Mm.
taken out has a really bad cavity and it's not even worth. So might
Ah,
as well just take
gotcha.
it out. Yeah.
That makes sense. That
Doesn't
makes sense,
hurt, doesn't
man.
bother me, thank
Yeah.
goodness. So I'm like, let's just get over it before it does.
Yeah. If anybody out there is listening and wants to let us know, like, why we have wisdom teeth, I know it's some type of ancient caveman reason for why. Let us know. Feel free
Cause
to
I
let
mean,
us
at
know
this
the
point,
purpose.
why hasn't that like evolved to not exist anymore? You
That's
know?
true. Exactly. Exactly. We just don't need them, but they're
Yeah,
there.
they're
But
there.
it is what it is. Yeah. I mean, as long as they're telling me that mines are not an issue, I don't want to do anything that I don't absolutely need to do.
Exactly.
So they can stay in there forever for all I
Yep.
care.
That's why
But
I
anyway,
still have them in to this day
exactly.
because they just
Exactly.
wasn't a bother. But we gonna
Mm-hmm.
see how that goes. But yeah, this past week was great.
Well, good. And good luck with your dental surgery. Make sure you let me know how you go once you're out of your haze. Give me an update. But yeah, this week was really good. I'm super excited to get into a week where I can get more rest because the DNC y'all had me up all night, every night. We're gonna talk about that in the next part of the show.
Hmm.
But yeah, it really threw my sleep way off because it was. I think honestly, this might have been the first time that I like really tuned into it. I think in the past I would look at certain speakers, whatever.
Hmm.
This past week, I mean, I literally just had my iPad on the DNC once I got home, and it did not turn off until the DNC was off at night. So it was crazy. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting some sleep this week
Yeah,
for
I feel
sure.
you. And you know, we are an hour ahead, so I think DNC was probably wrapping up like 11 local time.
Oh my
That's midnight
gosh. If
here.
not
So
later.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah, so
gosh.
it was rough. And it takes me a minute to like It is not like DNC goes off and
decompress.
I sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It does take me a minute. So I probably was not hitting the bed till like
Exactly.
1:30, which is late for me.
Exactly. That's so real. That's so real.
But
But yeah,
that's worth
y'all.
it.
I hope that y'all were able to watch it too. Like I said, we are going to talk about some of our favorite parts and highlights from the DNC. We're going to take a quick break first.
Oh,
So,
wait.
oh, go
Real
ahead.
quick for announcements.
Yeah.
First up, I am going to be a virtual speaker at Get Organized HQ. So if y'all want to
Oh,
learn Notion,
yay.
I'll drop my
Mm-hmm.
link down there. Sign-ups are free
Yes.
until the 9th. So 9th of
September
September.
9th. Yep.
Yes. So hop on that so you can get in for free. Also, make sure y'all watching over on YouTube. We do I guess bites, I guess is what I'll
Mm-hmm.
call it, of the episode, and y'all are really, really loving it. Please leave the comments over there. And share the love over there. Also, leave us a 5-star review. We got a new one this week.
Oh,
Someone
yay.
emailed us and was like, "Hey, love what y'all doing. Would love to hear more Bujo stuff." And I sent them over a few episodes we did with Archer and Olive. So hopefully, I
Oh,
think they may be a
nice.
newish listener, so maybe they just haven't heard
Yeah.
those episodes. So hopefully you check those out. And we would love to have more 5-star reviews over on
Mm-hmm.
Apple. I also heard, so if you don't have an Apple device or don't listen on Apple Podcasts are now on the web. So you can leave a review on your desktop or laptop or whatever.
Nice.
So you
That's
don't have to
convenient.
have, the actual app or anything. So I'll leave a link to that in the show notes as well if y'all don't necessarily have an Apple device and want to give a review. That works there. I think that's it. Sorry, I had a whole
Yeah.
bunch of announcements
No, it's
for you.
fine. And you know what? I'm glad you sent her those episodes.
Mhm.
We're definitely not Bujo girls, but we do love
Yeah,
Bujo. We love
exactly.
Bujo. We appreciate Bujo. We are just not Bujo girls. I'm too much of a perfectionist for Bujo. I know I shouldn't be. I just can't get past
Yeah.
it. So, but
Nor
I do
it takes
appreciate it.
time too.
Time as well. Time is
Mhm.
of the essence.
Mhm.
Very real. Very real. But yeah, thank you so much for that review. And like Myra said, definitely leave us more reviews. We really appreciate it and it definitely helps us. And people just like to know how they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So if we're doing
Yeah,
a great
sometimes it
job,
does feel like you talking to the void.
mm-hmm,
And I think when we love something and we like it, we're like, "Oh, I just love that." And we
mm-hmm,
move on. We're quick to leave a bad review. Your food don't taste good, you definitely leave a Yelp review.
truly,
So
truly.
just carry that energy for stuff that you love too. It really, really helps.
It does. It does. But on that note, we're going to take a quick break and then we will be right back to talk about all the pop culture happenings. All right, y'all. So we are back. And like I said, we have to talk about the Democratic National Convention. This was, like I said, this was the first one that I was tapped into to this extent. I can honestly say I haven't been this excited about an election and about a candidate since 2008, literally since Barack Obama in 2008. Obviously I was a huge supporter of Hillary, but
Hmm.
it didn't feel like this. It really didn't feel like this. I think a lot of us just did not take the potential of Trump seriously.
Yeah.
And I don't think I even think people who voted for him in 2016 who have realized now that that was a mistake, I feel like a lot of people just did not realize the gravity that a president really holds and the power that they really really hold. I think presidents before him really had a lot of they were a lot more mindful, I think, about how they wielded their power, and having one for the first time in our lifetime that really was not mindful at all
Hmm.
really shook us all to our core. And honestly, it just really put me off of being super tapped into politics. Obviously, still voting, obviously, still keeping up with the issues, but did not want to watch the news, just did not want to be so invested because I just did not want to get my heart broken and be devastated again like I was in 2016. But I feel different now. Like I'm still a little bit scared, but I just feel a lot more hopeful. Like I said, the hope that I felt like in 2008, if not even more so, that we can really like turn the page in our country country and in politics and get back to some type of normalcy
Mhm.
once we done with the orange clown. So I'm ready. We gonna fight and we gonna win. And the DNC really got me like pumped up. Did it have like the same effect on you?
Yeah, yeah, and I second everything you said. I feel like 2016 we, and even myself, was kind of like meh to everything and just
Mm-hmm.
assumed everything was going to be okay.
Yeah.
And we unfortunately had a very rude awakening having him in office for those 4 years, that it not only was not okay, it was very, very, very bad. But
Yes.
it is a renowned hope and excitement, and feeling like everybody is on the same page. There's no misinformation going around like crazy like it was back in
Mm-hmm.
2016. People are fighting back and correcting misinformation, correcting just negativity to kind of get people, you
Mm-hmm.
know, to be down about the whole situation. I feel like we all are in line, which is kind
Yep.
of rare for this side to really lock in, and that
Truly.
is a really exciting feeling. And I don't think um the Republicans
Mm-hmm.
were prepared for this at all.
At all. No, they were not prepared for this at all. And I think it's nice to have politicians speaking to regular people like we're regular people again. That's one
Mhm.
thing I really appreciate about Tim Walz, especially because I feel like he really kind of broke that barrier, and something that I think the Democrats have been struggling with for a very long time, which is talk plain to me. Don't tell me all this Trump is an existential threat to democracy. Okay, you know certain people are going to understand that. Certain people are not going to understand that. Like, what are like the real world implications of a Trump presidency again? Like, what are we really dealing with? And just calling them weird has really kind of like made it kind of
And it's
stick with
still.
regular people,
Mhm.
like that this is weird, this is not normal, like this is not how our country has to be. It doesn't have to be this divisive, it doesn't have to be so negative and nasty, and like the Republicans can have a normal candidate, they just choose not to.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know,
Yeah.
so I appreciate that. And like I said, it's definitely made all this way easier to consume, and has just made it more fun and just brought the joy back into like really having a candidate that you support and that you believe in, and not just one that you want to defeat somebody else, but one that you really want to see lead. It's really nice to get back to that. And I think the DNC was a great reminder of that. So
Yeah.
we gotta talk about our favorite part. So Monday night, I can definitely say we had Rep. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. She was fantastic.
Mhm.
We had Jill Biden. We had Joe Biden, which we're going to talk about them. Senator Raphael Warnock, adore him. I definitely think my favorite of the on Monday night though was Hillary fucking Clinton. Man, can't nobody give it to Trump like she does. It's just something about Hillary. And I think because I think she was really able to say Monday night a lot of things that she was not able to say over the past 8 years. And
Mhm.
somebody, what did they refer to her as? This is a reference from not Game of Thrones, but the new show House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
They call her the queen that never was, and that was a whole character in House of the Dragon. She was Queen Rhaenys, the queen that never was, and it's just like, I just got those vibes with Hillary, and she was just amazing. I just forgot how amazing of a speaker she is. She's so good.
Yeah, yeah, she's amazing and was
Mm-hmm.
well beyond qualified for
Mm,
that position in 2016.
hello.
Might I say? And I would say like this whole DNC, the theme of, because I know a lot with the Democratic Party is this, we're above that hate, we're above the negativity,
Mm-hmm.
which we are, but it kind of came off of like we're not even going to scoop down, when they go
Mm-hmm.
low, we go high situation,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like the thing was like fuck that. Like we
Yeah.
fighting fire with fire,
Mm-hmm.
and it in this time it is much much needed.
Yeah,
Is much
exactly.
much needed.
Exactly. And we can do it without lies and
Yeah.
BS. You know what I'm saying? Loved seeing Hillary. Also Rep. Jasmine Crockett from Texas. She is absolutely amazing as well. My other favorite person, obviously, was Joe Biden. I don't
Hmm.
care what nobody say. Joe still got it. Okay, Joe was sharp. He was clear. He was concise, and he said everything that needed to be said. And I don't know why. I just have a soft spot for Joe Biden, and I think I just always will, because regardless of if I've agreed with every single position or everything that he's done throughout his career, I can honestly say that he is a good person and he is a patriot and he cares about this country more than himself. And I think that should be the bare minimum of anybody in any public office, but especially the presidency.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah. I feel like he was born to be a president. Like he
Mm-hmm.
really dedicated his entire life to this country and want to see the best for it. And
Yep.
I appreciate all throughout the DNC the flowers that he was given, because it had to be very, very hard to do what he did. It
Yes.
had to be extremely hard, especially
Mm-hmm.
when you given 50 years to this goddamn country and then to have your party be like, you got to step down.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
he
And that's
he's better than most of us to still be
most of
up here
us.
like, I still care. I still
Yep.
care.
Yeah, exactly. And at the end of the day, no matter what people say about, what type of pressure he was under, it was only him who could make that decision. And
Yeah.
he could have stuck it out and he could have refused, and that, all that would have just kept going on and distracting us from Trump and all the other things that they're doing on the other side. But he knew that for the best thing to do for the country was to step aside, and he did it. And I will always respect him for that, regardless of how
Yeah.
it came to be about. I will always respect him for that. So it was nice to hear from him. On Tuesday night, we had Donald Trump's former press secretary, which was very, very interesting. It was a
The
lot of
amount of
Republicans.
Republicans.
It was a lot of Republicans.
Man, a lot.
Yeah, and it was very interesting hearing from her, and we had somebody else from the Trump administration. I believe maybe they were like on Thursday night or something. But yeah, it was eye opening, and I hope that people were listening, because these are people who worked with him. Okay, and I don't know how you ever work with that man, but whatever. You saw the light eventually, so I can let it go. But we also had the amazing Bernie Sanders. Really,
Hmm.
really love Bernie Sanders. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. And obviously, last but certainly not least, we had a lot of people. We can't talk about everybody, but the
Yeah.
highlights: Barack Obama and our forever First Lady Michelle Obama. Oh my gosh, they were
Eight.
amazing.
Eight.
I mean, and I'm glad as soon as Barack came on stage, the first thing he pointed out is that he's the only person stupid enough to go after his wife.
I mean, it
Correct.
was kind of stupid, Barack.
Because
You
she
should
was
have went
better. She was
first.
better. He was great.
He was
He
great,
was
but
he was a 10.
mm-mm.
She was a 1,000. And it just is what it is.
And we got
And
an iconic song.
iconic. Iconic. Yeah.
Ugh.
He trying to get one of them black jobs that he talks about. I love
I'm here to
Michelle.
do my black job.
That was so funny.
Plays
Oh
in
my
my
gosh.
head every few seconds.
She was so good. She was
So good.
so amazing. They both were just so amazing. And somebody had put on threads, they were like, it's so wild to think about what a great like orator Barack Obama is when he's not even the best orator in his marriage. Like, she's better. But they were fantastic, and it was so amazing to see them again. And I just
Mhm.
love that we have people like them on our side, because you can't beat the Obamas. You just can't.
No, literally black royalty. And also another thing that was very evident throughout the whole DNC, love.
Love.
Like
Mm-hmm.
people actually genuinely showing love to their spouses, showing love to their father, which we'll get to. You know,
Oh, don't get me started.
it's
Oh
just
my
so
gosh.
much joy and so much love throughout all of it. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
a firm believer that love cures all things.
Yep.
And I'm glad that that was shown and very evident throughout this whole event.
I totally agree. Totally agree. And also, so I can't believe I forgot to mention this. I believe this happened on Tuesday. Was the state roll call where the states officially pledged their delegates? That happened on Tuesday, right?
That was Tuesday. Oh, it's so much stuff that happened.
It
And
was
we're
so much stuff that
oh
happened.
my
That roll
God.
call was insane. It's like
Insane.
we already knew it was amazing, but once it was over and people started putting up the comparison videos to the
Mm-hmm.
RNC roll call, which was literally a funeral snooze fest, nap time, compared to the DNC roll call where we had Lil Jon, Anthony Hamilton was in the background in North Carolina. Like it was just electric. It was so good. It was so much
It was so
fun.
good. It was so good. And all the
So
artists
fun.
that had to
Oh,
release their music
oh my
and like
gosh.
all the people picking songs from like we had John Legend for Ohio. So,
Yes.
artists that's from there. And I feel
Yes.
like I wake up every day with Little John energy after that.
I mean, how
Like
could you not? How could
Georgia
you
ate with
not?
that.
They ate. They really ate. They really ate the rest of us up. But
Yeah.
everybody's was good. But Georgia really ate the rest of us up. We got to give it to
Oh,
them because it was so
how
nice.
iconic. I'm sure they asked him, can we use that song? He was like, yeah, can
Uh,
I perform it too?
yeah, he was like, actually, I'm gonna be in Chicago. Just swing by. Like, what are we doing? Oh,
Oh, so good.
it was so amazing. It was so amazing. That roll call was like legendary. It was like
No,
even Megan McCain, okay, the hater that she is, she even tweeted, "Why do Republicans need to just stop doing conventions because they're never going to have this. We're never going to have this." She said that.
yeah, y'all never can. Cause who would agree? Who would
Not
agree to
not with
pass on y'all music? It's not
the
gonna be
orange
nobody good.
man. Yeah, no, no. So
Mm-mm.
that
They
was
probably won't get it for a
absolutely
while, even if he's no longer there. Like it's y'all mess up y'all reps so fucking bad.
very bad, very badly, very
Yeah,
badly.
I know a lot of these
Yeah,
artists they may be, but they don't even want to be associated with that shit. It makes up they
exactly,
bad.
exactly. Okay, Wednesday night we had Senator Cory Booker, we got House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, we got Nancy Pelosi, Secretary Pete, Josh Shapiro. Oh my gosh, I love Pete Buttigieg so much. And I've
Mm-hmm.
been seeing a lot on social media a lot that he does go on Fox News and talk.
Yeah,
And
and see no Fox
I love him.
News.
And you know, Fox News. And I just love that he was like, you can't be mad when people don't hear your message if you don't take your message to them, if you are not willing to meet people where they are. And I just think that is just so real and just so brave of him to go on Fox News on a regular basis and set them
Yeah.
damn people straight. I love Pete. I love
Yeah.
Pete
For the people, cause man, he really got some not even tough skin, but some patience. Cause
for the people.
it
Mm-hmm.
the arguments over there is just so horrendous.
Horrendous, horrendous. We also had former President Bill Clinton, which was he was met with a little bit of side eye on social media. People were like, "Okay, why do we have Bill Clinton on the stage?" Some people did not like Bill Clinton at all.
Mm.
I don't really have strong feelings one way or another when it comes to Bill Clinton. I feel like he was very funny. He had a lot of funny things to say, but the thing that really stuck out to me was just how old he seems now. And he's the same age as Donald Trump, which highlights how old Donald freaking Trump is too. He just
He did highlight that he is still younger
he
by
did.
like a month
He
or
did.
two, but he is still younger.
He was like, I may be old, but I'm not as old as him. Okay, thank you very much. I'm not the oldest person ever to run for president. Okay,
uh,
so and then obviously we had our future vice president, Governor Tim Walz.
mhm.
He was amazing. Like I did not even know Tim Walz existed like a month ago. I literally only heard about him through, Kamala's, search for her VP or whatever. And then
Mhm.
when I started to see all these clips of him and just how real he was and how he was speaking about the issues and stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, Like Tim is amazing. And so like I was so happy when she chose him, and especially seeing a lot of the other people who were in the running to be her VP speak as well.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Pete, none of them could hold a candle to Tim Walz when it comes to just public speaking and talking about the issues and just making them real and accessible to people. And then the highlight of his speech was seeing his family, especially
Mm-hmm.
his son Gus's love and adoration for him. Like that is not something that can be faked.
No,
That is
absolutely
not
not.
something that can be faked.
Yeah.
Like they love him, they adore him. He is a good man. He's a good person. He a former teacher, veteran. Like he just checks all the boxes of
Mm-hmm.
the people who we should have in politics. He's just a
Yeah.
real person that family loves him, and that was oh my god, Gus made me cry.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
fight
what
over
I mean.
Gus.
Like, yeah. Period. Period. That's all of our little cousin. Everybody
Literally,
ready to throw hands.
literally,
It's just Walls just has such big dad energy,
truly,
and it's truly what we need. And also it's amazing how quickly and how this is a testament to his character, because we, like you said, we
mm-hmm.
had no clue who this man was.
Mm-hmm.
We as America, obviously he's
Right.
been in politics and governor,
Yeah.
whatever. But for us to be like, okay, we like you, and
Mm-hmm.
we had to like basically get to know you in like a week or two. So it just is a
Mm-hmm.
testament to his character.
Yep.
And I think the most relatable thing about him is that he didn't answer his Kamala call because he did not recognize the phone number.
That was so
Which
you. That was so you of
I was
him
like,
to not answer the phone.
you got my vote. You got my vote, because I will not. I actually figured out how to silence unknown numbers so it don't even bother me.
Period.
So
Period.
like that was so
That is
relatable.
so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he was just absolutely incredible. And seeing his
Yeah.
family and the way they look at him, like that's a good man, Savannah. And I'm just so excited for him to be our vice president. And I was talking to my husband about it, and I was like, think about if you're Tim Walz, okay? You start 2024 having no idea that 8 months into the year, you're going to be the nominee for the next vice president of the United States. That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's crazy. And 20 years ago, through his teaching career and his career as a veteran, or not career as a veteran, but his career in the military or whatever, like he had no idea probably that he was gonna be one day the nominee for vice president, like because he's not a career politician.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's so wild. Like he literally started 2024 like, nice, cool, another year. I'm governor. We'll just see what happens. And now he's definitely going to be our vice president. Like, that's a wild trajectory right there. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wild.
Deserved though.
Very deserved, very very deserved. And then obviously the final night, Thursday night, I was so tired by this night, but I really did not want the DNC to end. It was just so
Mm-hmm.
much energy. It was so electric. It was just so cool. But we got to see Elizabeth Warren take the stage. She was absolutely amazing. Governor Gretchen Whitmer took the stage. Roy Cooper, like I said, a lot of people who were vice presidential picks as well,
Mm-hmm.
potential picks. And like I said, nobody did it like Tim Walz. Okay. They were great, but Tim was just on a whole nother level. We also got to see the chicks perform and Pink and her
Mm-hmm.
daughter perform. So good.
Yeah.
Her daughter's voice is amazing.
Ama-
Amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, so good. It was just so good.
So good. I'm trying to see any other people that really stick out. Oh, obviously we had the Central Park Five
Mm-hmm.
come on, the now exonerated Five. That was, I mean, if Donald Trump wasn't already freaking out and peeing his pants once they hit the stage, it was like such a reckoning for him and the terrible, terrible, terrible things. It's like the Ghost of Christmas Past were
Mm-hmm.
coming out
Coming
on the
for him.
stage. Like Thursday night was truly his reckoning, and they just had so many amazing things to say. Also Reverend Al Sharpton came out with them. But obviously, the main person that we all came to see
Was
Hold on.
Thursday night with her nieces
I was just
came
about to
on?
mention them. Yeah, let
Oh,
me mention
okay.
this. You know,
So
I
much,
was trying
y'all. It was
to get to her, but
stacked back to back.
stacked, girl, stacked. Kerry Washington hit the stage with Tony Goldwyn, our Fitz and Olivia again. And then she also
Mm-hmm.
came on the stage with her great nieces to teach the girls how to say Kamala once and for all. It's no excuse.
It's
It's really
really
no
not hard.
excuse. It's just people being disrespectful, especially
Yeah.
Trump being disrespectful. Because I've heard recordings of him saying her name correctly, but then he'll come out and say her name incorrectly when he's on stage. Like that's intentional.
Yeah. It's
He's an
one
asshole.
it's one way to not know
Mm-hmm.
and mess up. It's another to like blatantly just
I mean,
mess up on purpose.
Carrie said it. Carrie said it's okay to be confused, but it's not okay to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
So get your shit together. We also had her niece Mina Harris, her stepdaughter Ella Imhoff, and I believe
Mm-hmm.
this is her goddaughter Helena. They all came on stage together. We
Mm-hmm.
got something from DL Hughley, which Myra literally in our group chat was like, "Let me know when DL Hughley go off, y'all, because I'm
I
not trying to
can't
hear from him."
stand him.
But I was like, "Wait, Myra, wait, he funny. Just give him a chance." And DL, he did what needed to be done. He came
Yeah.
out, he addressed his disrespect in the past and him spreading misinformation about her record because he was uninformed. He
Mm-hmm.
admitted that he hadn't even Googled her. And the reason why he opened his eyes and opened his mind because she invited him over and literally was like, do some research on me. And he said that his apology needs to be as loud as his disrespect. And it was. So I really, really, really appreciated that. And a lot of
Yeah.
people can take a good lesson from that. It's okay to be wrong, but once you find out you're wrong, you can't continue to be wrong. That's when it's not okay. You need
Yeah,
to correct it.
especially if you do some foul shit like that publicly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like you said, the apology needs to be just as loud
Yep.
and uh I know, for the black community because we have
Yeah.
a lot of non-black listeners,
Mm-hmm.
that is a huge magnitude for him as a black man to come out and be as open with his apology
And admit that he
and
got it
yeah,
so
admit that.
wrong.
Yeah,
Yep.
'cause that message was specifically for black men because there was a lot of
I mean,
black men
there's
doing the same
yeah,
thing that he was doing.
exactly. There's a lot of misinformation
Yeah.
about her record in the black community,
Hmm.
and he is somebody that people in the black community respect a lot. So
Yes.
him doing that was
Hmm.
extremely, extremely meaningful. We also had a segment about gun violence, and which was whew, that got
That was
me.
hard.
That got me. It was necessary, and I love that they
Necessary and
highlighted
hard.
that as freedom from gun violence because that's what this country needs a
Yeah.
lot too. Seriously.
Legit.
And obviously we gotta talk about our future president, Kamala Harris. Something to note, she had one of the shorter acceptance speeches when you compare her to candidates in other parties and like candidates even in the Democratic Party, like over the years. I believe hers was only 37 minutes. Trump's in
Mhm.
comparison was like 92 minutes. Why you gotta talk for that long? He said a whole lot of nothing. And
An
he said a
hour and a
whole
half of just babbling is
of just babbling.
crazy.
Of just babbling. But what she said was to the point. It was meaningful. She talked about her past, her family, how she got to the point that she is. She talked
Hmm.
about her vision and her intention for our country. I hate that people keep trying to, hinge on like, oh, where's the policy? Where's her plans? Blah, blah, blah. Like she has already started laying them out and she's just going to continue to lay them out over the next 70 or something days. But to be honest, I believe that the people saying that it don't matter what her policy says. Like
Yeah,
y'all
it
are
don't
just
matter.
trying to,
Just it'll be the goalposts will
yeah,
be moved once she do, say
yes,
something. Yeah.
yeah. And it always is. It always is. But she was obviously fantastic, amazing. I had tears in my eyes watching her. We got the most epic picture
Oh, and
of her little niece
with
watching
the
her.
pigtails.
It was everything. That was the photo of the year,
Oh
literally.
yeah.
Such an amazing
Yeah.
picture,
That
and it just
photographer who took that
he ate.
a
He
I
ate.
hope I hope their career just take off.
I know. I know it just really shows what this presidency will mean to, not only Black people, but women and just so many people in this country. This is just such a
Mhm.
long time coming. But she was fantastic. We got to talk about how TMZ is done. We had to talk about
They played the
TMZ
fuck out of us.
because TMZ, first of all, it was already rumors and rumblings that Beyonce was going to show up at the DNC. Now, I have been a firm believer in thinking that no, I don't think she will come to the DNC. I think she's going to perform at the inauguration. However, I got caught up in the rumor mill just like everybody else. I'm like, wait a minute, if everybody is saying this, maybe it's true. If TMZ is reporting her plane landed in Chicago, people at the convention are saying, oh my gosh, y'all, Beyonce just got here. People are saying, oh my gosh, why are they're hiding the backstage where they weren't hiding the backstage? Somebody must be back there. All that was going on. I was waiting on Beyonce to hit the stage, even as the balloons were falling from the sky. I was like, where my girl is.
I know. Folks were like, "Oh, okay, Beyonce gonna come after Kamala,"
I thought.
and I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think that would not the thumbs up. It really need to be a thumbs down because
Girl.
I just like I don't think that's gonna happen. Like if she were, it would have been right before
See, and I
Kamala.
was thinking they didn't want to take away from Kamala. That's why I was like, it would make sense that maybe she came on to perform to like close out everything. Because I was like, I feel like this would be such a distraction and take away from Kamala. But now I think her being there, period, would have been a distraction and took away from Kamala and the event itself, which is why you should never trust or believe anything that TMZ says ever again. Like, this is almost as bad as when they said that Lil Wayne was like dead. Like, this is that level of dead. Like, they were so wrong.
I forgot about that.
They were so wrong and loud.
I will say, I mean, them being wrong did bring in a lot of people in to watch it, and I hope it got a lot of people because day 4 I feel like was the best day.
Yeah.
As far as like speaker wise and getting
Mm-hmm.
the message across. So hopefully the people who were in it to see Beyonce and wasn't
We're
really
listening.
tapped in, were listening and got a few messages.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
but still, that was wild.
TMZ, count your days. Okay. Count your days. But yeah, overall, it was just a fantastic convention. And like you said, I hope that people were able to tune in and get some answers that they needed. CNN did this whole panel of undecided voters after day 4. And like 7 out of 8 of them after Kamala's speech said that they were going to vote for Kamala now. And as soon as I saw this, it was one man on there. Unfortunately, he was a Black man who, after Kamala's speech, was like, I'm voting for Trump. Of course, it comes out that this man was always voting for Trump. I literally said this
so
when I saw
never
him.
Was undecided.
I was like, he was never undecided. And some media outlet did some digging. Clearly, CNN did not. But some other media outlet did some digging and saw that this man has so many pro-Trump tweets. It's just very easy to find. Like, he just wanted
very
attention.
Basic search would have.
He just wanted attention. He just wanted clout.
Made me think that they knew.
They CNN got to count their days as well, because come on, like all y'all have to do is Google this man's name. And
I think they did.
They didn't care.
I think they did. Yeah, and just did not care. Just threw him on there.
They wanted somebody on there to not be moved by what she said, and they found him, but he was not. He was never. He was never going to be
moved. Yeah,
he was never undecided. So that was. Come on, CNN. That was embarrassing.
Traditional media outlets honestly count y'all days.
Truly, because this type of shit. It's ridiculous.
I mean, we were side-eyeing y'all since 2016. We thought it was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the word weird. Mm-hmm. And then as we continue to go through Trump presidency and continue through Biden's presidency, y'all have shown y'all cards that y'all don't give a fuck about democracy. Y'all don't give a fuck about being truth. Y'all don't give a fuck about being biased.
It's all about clicks and views.
All about clicks and views.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, the misinformation the switching up the narrative, the putting Trump in the forefront is going to get y'all clicks and views. Because you're
It's
going to get the
ridiculous.
crazy people who love him and the people who hate him
Mm-hmm.
tapping in.
My thing is, CNN has always presented itself like it's just so different from like Fox News, for example. Well, Fox News had a very similar situation a couple months ago where they had this woman who was a undecided voter, and they had her on every couple years as soon as it's an election cycle to talk about how undecided she was, but how she was leaning Republican. If you're leaning Republican for 10 years, you're not undecided.
You was lifelong Republican at that point.
That's the thing. So it's like CNN, like y'all are literally doing the same shit that Fox News is doing. Like, how are you different? But I just shake my head. I just shaking my head. That was a real bad blunder that could have really easily been avoided. Like, if y'all gonna have him on and not care about what his actual affiliation is, at least have him delete his Twitter. Something.
That was just lazy.
Clowns. Yeah. Literal clowns. But yeah, we got a little bit of entertainment news, and then we're gonna take a quick break. J-Lo has officially filed for divorce from Ben Affleck, and she filed on I believe their 2-year wedding anniversary. I think she was trying to send a message with that one.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
On your anniversary, girl. And then people have had rumors about their relationship ending over the last few months, which I'm gonna lie, I didn't believe it because I was just like, don't nobody know what's going on in them people's house. Like, people are rooting for J-Lo to have another unsuccessful relationship, marriage. I just thought it was all a part of the whole J-Lo hate train or whatever. And I do think a lot of it was just a part of the J-Lo hate train, but you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. And obviously there was a little bit of truth to that. And somebody had pointed out that they think that, you know, obviously this is speculation, but, you know, 20 years ago when her and Ben Affleck's relationship ended before they got married, it had a lot to do with the scrutiny that they were under because of the media and him just not liking them having a super public relationship. And people think that that is what happened again, that she just did not get the memo that he did not want to have a public relationship because, you know, she had that whole movie and documentary where she was showing love letters from him and just telling a lot of their business and stuff. And it doesn't feel like that went over very well, which is, you know, it's really sad. I feel bad for J-Lo. I'm not gonna lie. I have some sympathy for her for sure. I think people are very hard on her and having another failed relationship where she probably just been thinking for the last 20 years that Ben was the one that got away, and if they get back together, it's gonna work out. Just for him not to work out too, it's like,
yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that does suck.
It sucks.
But Ben, he's sober now too. Like, he's kind of like pulling himself away from that limelight. So, and it doesn't seem like J-Lo is ready to let that part of her career go. So it wasn't gonna work. You got two people like that. It wasn't gonna
work. Yeah, and I think it seems like, you know, Ben Affleck has always seemed like somebody who just wanted to have a relatively normal life, like as normal life as you can have. Like, when he was with his ex-wife Jennifer Garner, they had a very private life and relationship. You never heard anything about them. You heard when they got married, you heard when they had kids, and you heard when they got divorced. That was the extent of their business that was out there, the stuff that was literal public record. So that's definitely an indicator of what type of, you know, relationship or life he prefers. And yeah, J-Lo loves the limelight. Can't nobody say that she don't.
Yeah, she do. She definitely
that's why I feel like Alex Rodriguez was a great person for her to be with, because I feel like he really liked the limelight too. But
yeah, he did get that vibe. But
yeah, so I don't know.
She need a mix between Alex and Ben.
Something J-Lo needs to be by herself.
That too.
Needs to have her eat, pray, love moment. She needs to travel and live her best life. Stop letting these men stress her out. Like, I feel really bad for her, and I hope that I haven't seen the jokes and stuff flying. The heat for J-Lo has definitely died down, so it's probably good she didn't announce this sooner when the heat was really on her this summer. But yeah, I think most, because then she had this one part of her documentary that's floating around now where she was talking about how her engagement ring has like "I'm not going anywhere" like engraved into it. And when they first started talking back, like talking again, Ben would like sign off on all their emails saying like "I'm not going anywhere," and it's like that did not age. It didn't age well. It didn't age
I
well.
mean, I guess technically he didn't. She filed.
Oh, well, yeah. Yikes. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I guess people have different needs, and she wants to share her love with the world. But if you have a partner who's not like that, I see a lot of people be like too, like you're marrying J-Lo, you should have already known that. I'm sure they probably had conversations about it, and maybe, you know, he said he would be okay with it, or she said she'll be okay with it. You know, somewhere with the, you know, honeymoon phase, the communication got lost on that. But ultimately, something so drastic like that, like that's just not a difference of opinion. Like that's
different people and
it
different
lacks
lives.
compatibility. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't go through with that.
Exactly. And it's like if she wasn't willing to respect his boundary when it comes to that, it makes sense why they aren't together anymore. And also, it's very likely, like you said, that he thought that he would be able to handle all the scrutiny and stuff, and he changed his mind. And that's okay.
You can't change your mind.
It sucks, but it's okay.
Fine.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, best of luck to J-Lo. I just don't want to hear about her getting married or engaged. Like, girl, date. You can date J-Lo.
She's a hopeless romantic.
She is, but that don't mean you got to marry everybody that you date, though. You know, like I would just, she should just date. Last but not least, Hulk Hogan is a racist, to the surprise of nobody, and his racism and his threatening of our future president Kamala Harris potentially got his biopic canceled. So, good fucking job, dummy.
Weird.
Love that for him.
They weird.
Yeah. If you didn't watch the RNC, which I definitely did not, but I've seen clips, and he was threatening to body slam our future president.
Oh, it was at the RNC when you said that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said, or around the time of the RNC, something like that. I'm not exactly sure if it was there or if it was around then, but yeah.
The party that's supposed to be about morals and family and respect. This what y'all be coming up with.
Hulk Hogan,
it's so mind blowing that women be over there.
Yeah, I mean, Hulk Hogan is also the person who was originally canceled for saying the N-word several times to his daughter for dating a black man. So it's been very well known and documented what a horrible person he is, and they still let him on the stage of the RNC. So I don't want to hear nothing about. That's
not a deal breaker for them.
Yeah, it should be though. It really should be, but you know, I'm glad he got his little movie canceled. We weren't gonna watch it anyway, but sucks to suck, Hope. On that note, we're gonna take a quick break, and we will be right back to talk about some planner stuff. All right, everybody. So we are back. We got some sneak peeks from Happy Planner for their fall release. I'm sure, I don't know when it's coming out, but by the time y'all hear this, it might be officially out. Yeah. Okay, so what are we getting from the sneak peeks, Myra?
Oh, I wish they had it out so we could talk in more depth, but y'all know we record this a little bit earlier. I think it's coming out, you know, as y'all are listening. But I did see a custom planner.
Okay. They used the words custom planner, correct?
Yeah, say it on the box.
Okay.
It's a custom planner. I had to double check. It does say custom planner.
When they say custom, it's like pick your cover, pick the theme for like the guts of your planner. Obviously, pick if you want vertical, horizontal, whatever. And then I hope you can like add in like some notes pages or whatever. I hope you get to pick the disc. Like I hope they truly mean like a customized Happy Planner, because that has definitely been lacking for a very long time. I mean, we and everybody else who used Happy Planner before have just been Franken planning on our own.
Mhm.
They made it a little bit easier to start Franken planning a couple of years ago, but they hadn't ever really made something that you could truly customize. So I hope they really did it this time. I mean, we saw a preview of them having like a custom like twin loop, which was,
Yeah, they're spiral planners.
yeah, it was
That's
absolutely
hideous.
hideous and ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
But this other one that we're talking about does have the traditional discs
Mhm.
also. So
Allegedly, because we don't. I mean, I'm gonna just assume.
yeah,
Okay, it has the disc. No, it
yeah,
has the
you can
pages with
see it
the
a little
disc on it.
bit.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So
Um, I don't know. I
I don't know. I
so
understand why we saw the custom twin loop one first, because that's what really threw us for a loop. Because that was the first one we saw, and that was like a day before we saw the other one, and we was like, "Y'all really trying to make this twin loop happen?"
I don't really think it's necessary to have the custom. This the way it looks is kind of, I
It
don't
looks
know.
odd. The twin loop one
Yeah,
looks
it's
very
not
odd.
aesthetically pleasing. It reminds me of
Yeah.
like a calendar, like if you had a calendar like horizontal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's I I mean somebody would use it, I guess.
My thing is, one, is the market for the twin loops that big, and they are really just demanding having something like super custom. And also, the people who have been wanting a custom like disc happy planner have been waiting like a decade for it. So why did the twin loop girlies get it in like a couple years after y'all introduced the twin loop? I don't understand.
I don't know. I feel like they're moving towards more of a general audience versus
Mm-hmm.
like catering to the quote unquote planner community. And
Mm-hmm.
I could see generally people liking a twin loop better than disc. Because I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's what we are used to when it comes to planners. I've never had a disc bound planner until I got into the planner community
Yeah.
and started using Happy Planner. So maybe that's just what people are attracted to because that's what they're used to. Um, but it's still odd.
That, and I'm also questioning like the people who like the traditional like twin loop or spiral type of planner are kind of used to not having it be super custom.
That
So
is
did
true
they
too.
need or want this? Is my question. Especially when it's not like it's exactly like the twin loop planners. Like if y'all haven't seen like this custom thing, it has like five twin loops or something at the top, and then like five at the bottom, and then
Hmm.
like nothing at the center. So you're just attaching the pages by the twin loops at the top and the bottom. So it's not even like twin loop from top to bottom.
Yeah, which doesn't also seem very sturdy to me, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
I've never
excited to
used
see
something like
more.
this.
Yeah, I'm excited to see more. I will absolutely not be getting this twin loop thing under any circumstances. But you never know with the actual custom like disc one. Because like I said, we've been demanding it. I hope it's truly custom to where you can really get what you want. I think that would be really, really cool. Finally. And yeah, hopefully they'll have some good like fall like sticker books and stuff like that too. I feel like it's been a
Mhm.
while since we've had like a traditional Happy Planner release. It's just been all these collabs for a few months. So
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited to see what they bring.
mhm,
I agree. I hope the disbound stuff is truly custom, meaning like I could
mhm.
pick my cover, I could pick my inserts, I could pick my
Yeah.
disc, and not just here's these three options of
Yep.
the box. So I don't feel like
Exactly.
that's custom to but
Agreed.
we'll see. I don't know. I don't see why they haven't gone to the market of like just having covers. Because a
Mhm.
lot of people sometimes are just fall in love with the cover, but
Yeah.
that planner isn't the layout that they usually use. So why not just
Yeah.
sell covers? Like, y'all already
And
have
they have,
inserts and 6 months
yeah.
expansion packs. So why not just do covers?
And they have those like solid color covers that you can buy, but one, they have
Hmm.
never had like a big selection of those. It's always been
Yeah.
like two or three different colors in every size. And like you said, like all these covers with the really pretty elaborate designs, you always have to buy the planner in order to get those.
Hmm.
So it never made a lot of sense to me why those weren't just available to just buy. So,
Yeah.
we'll see. Hopefully
Yeah, and with them being
it'll be
attached to
different.
a bigger company, you can pull a little bit more resources in. And maybe it just be an online exclusive. Like online, you
Mhm.
can only buy, the covers that you want. Like it's not something
Exactly.
you can go in the store and get.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense to me.
yeah. Yeah,
That
because
makes
even those
sense.
snap covers that you're talking about, it adds
Yeah,
a lot more bulk to the planner,
it's true.
um, which I never really care for. And when they tried to do the custom covers, it had that clear part to where you can kind of see the
Mhm.
pages in between the disc and the cover,
Yeah,
which that
not
was
great.
kind of flimsy. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll
So,
see. We shall see.
yeah.
Kelva Plan also has, I don't know if custom is the right word. I can't remember if she used the word custom or not, but basically she's having you'll be able to get, I believe, two different themes that are going to be available in multiple different like layouts. So if you
Mm-hmm.
really like I think in the past maybe she had it so one theme was horizontal and one theme was vertical or whatever, for example. I'm not sure about her layouts, but that was just like an example.
Yeah.
But now you can get whichever thing you want, whichever layout that you want, or more layouts are available now. So I think that is going to be really cool. I think more options are always good for us, for sure.
Yeah, because I think people just really like, sometimes I think she said in the thing, like, you will fall in love with a thing, but it's in
Mm-hmm.
a layout that don't work for you. I think people
Yes.
just want to be able to have that flexibility of making sure that they have their own layout
Mm-hmm.
that they, know
That
and
they
love.
love. That was always a big issue with Happy Planner, which is why people started Franken Planning,
Mm-hmm.
because you would get, a theme that you really love, like Squire Girls or something, for instance, and it would only be available in horizontal or something, and everybody used vertical or whatever. It was always weird
Right.
like that. So shout out to Killer Plan. I love the options. Hobonichi has also finally came out with their full lineup, and their planners will be available to order starting on September 1st. The lineup itself is way better than the preview that we got. I mean, it's still nothing
With
that
the
I'm just
sneak
like
peek.
crazy about. Yeah, but yeah, the sneak peek or the leak was not
Or the
good.
leak. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, the leak was not good.
Mm-mm. They could have kept that. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
who got their hands on that one, but
It wasn't Hobonichi
yeah.
fault
It wasn't.
that
It
the
was a
worst
leak.
of the
So
release
yeah.
got leaked because
That's
we were
probably why
not
they only
impressed.
showed the worst. Just in
Exactly.
case.
That's exactly it. We were not impressed with the leak. But
Mm-mm.
like I said, the actual lineup is not bad at all. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole for the third year in a row of getting 5 million Hobonichi weeks and all this type of stuff. I'm not gonna do that again. I might get a Hobonichi cousin. I'm not 100% sure yet, but yeah, I'm not gonna get a million weeks. If I get a weeks, I'm just gonna get one, and I'm really not sure I'm gonna even get one. So
I never used them.
that's the thing.
I never use them. I love the concept of them. I love the sides of them. I get the
Mm-hmm.
appeal of it. I want to love it, but I love it as in like actually use it and have it as a day to day, but I
Exactly.
never can really keep up with it.
I agree.
So I think I'm just probably gonna pass. I was thinking of maybe
Mm-hmm.
getting the anime one they have, Spy Family, but it
Oh
also
yeah.
I'm like I don't use it, so
I don't
why,
use it.
it
Mm-hmm.
just be collecting dust. So I do see they have a cover, like the A5 cover. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
grab that because I could put any A5 thing in
Yeah.
there.
Exactly.
So maybe that's what
Yeah.
I'll get. But I don't know if I'm gonna get anything Hobonichi this
Mm-hmm.
year, which is kind of sad.
No, I agree. Because I mean, I might get a cousin, but I'm not like determined to get a cousin. It's really I might just kind of wait until like closer to the end of the year to see where I'm at, rather than getting
Mm-hmm.
something on release day. Because I
Release,
know
yeah.
there going to be plenty available. I can always get one from Amazon if I need it
Right.
very quickly or something, or Jet Pens or something like that. But yeah, I'm just not really crazy about any of them. They do have some cool new like 5-year techos. They have one that looks like a jean pocket, which is really neat.
I seen that. Yeah, that was really really cool. I think yeah,
Yeah, that's
there is some
cool.
really neat designs and things that they're dropping. It's just I'm in the era
Yeah.
of being a lot more intentional instead of just going
Yes.
crazy. But man, I'm scrolling through now. the Week Spy Family one looks good as fuck.
It's so
But it's
cute.
so cute.
And
There's
they got
so
like
many cute things.
this mega weeks of like this like rich purple color that is super cute. They also have like this
Oh
like leaf
yeah.
green color. Those are really cool. So pretty. I always love like the
And
floral colors too.
they added some more stuff to the Han. Like this,
Oh, they
it's a
did.
hardcover. It's called Slash. It's in the ivory color, and they also have it in navy.
Okay.
Just, but it's a hardcover.
Oh,
Which I'm like, damn, they probably got me with that. Because that's the
that's
thing
really
that I did
neat.
not like. I got the black gingham last year and the
Yeah.
Han, and it was a soft cover.
Yeah.
And I didn't really like how it looked with the little plastic thing protector over it.
Oh,
So I
gotcha.
took it off, and as I used it, it didn't really hold up too well. You could see like
Yeah.
scuff marks and fingerprints and stuff on it. So maybe getting the hardcover will be a little bit more durable for what I do, but
Definitely. That is true.
choices.
I
Yeah.
know
I
choices,
don't
but
know, but
yeah, like you
I'm not
said,
using it now. So it's
I'm not.
like, yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And I'm still. I really wish. I love how they have their A6 Hobonichi cousin. It doesn't have the weeks in it. They just refuse to make the A5 without the weeks, and I think the A6 is just too tiny for what I would want it for. I don't like the blue cover on that day free. It's absolutely hideous, and
It's
also the
hideous.
day free is too small as well. It's not enough pages in it. It's just, it's like I got so many reasons not to get it rather than reasons to get it.
Yeah.
So it's not looking too great right now. It's not looking too great,
So
but
the day
we'll
free
see.
is what we basically like because I don't use the weeks in the cousins.
It's the day free. The day free would be perfect if it was not so blue and if it had more pages because it's a very tiny book. It's very thin.
I would love. Why wouldn't they just make it the yellow? Not that that yellow that's on the cousins is great, but
It's
it's better than that
neutral.
blue.
It's
Yeah.
neutral enough, because you can make it cute. You can zhuzh it up very easily. You
Yeah.
can't do nothing with this blue except literally cover up the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
And who got time
yeah.
for that?
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, I definitely might look at some of these like A5 like covers because I'm in a half letter right now and I don't know, my half letter might fit in one of these. I have an A5.
Mm.
I have a couple A5 Hobonichi covers. I need to test and see if my half letter will fit in them. Probably will. So
Oh
I think it's
yeah.
very close to the same size. So I need to test it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, definitely. I think the only
hmm
issue is the disc, depending on how big you have them, if it will
That's the
fit or not.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But we'll see. We'll test it out. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for listening this week. Let us know if y'all end up shopping with Happy Planner, Caliber Plan, or with Hobonichi. We would
Mhm.
love to know what y'all got. What is your 2025 lineup looking like? I cannot believe we're already saying that. It's gonna be here before we know it. Like, as y'all are listening to this, it's almost September. So this year
Yeah.
is really
Yeah,
winding
this is the
down.
last week. This is the last week of
Mm-hmm.
August. So yeah, I have no clue. You have any are you gonna stick with your half letter as of today?
As of today, I think so. I'm
Mm-hmm.
really, really enjoying it. I haven't bought anything for 2025 yet. I really when I bought like some new inserts, like I bought like cloth and papers 2024 inserts, which are what I'm using right now, and they were like half off.
Mm-hmm.
I was so close to pulling the trigger and going ahead and buying stuff for 2025. And I was like, no, I'm not getting ahead of myself for once. Let me wait and use these and see how it goes before I buy anything else. So I really do like what I'm using now, though. So I definitely think I'm gonna use this system. I'm just not 100% sure about what layout and stuff I want to use. So I'm waiting until closer to the end of the year to figure out, because I just don't want to waste stuff. I'm trying to be more
Yeah.
mindful and less wasteful. I don't want inserts just sitting around gathering dust. So we'll see. But I
Yeah.
think
Because we not
I
like
think I'm gonna
those
stick
other
with it.
girls. We actually use what we buy.
Very demure, very cutesy.
Allegedly, actually.
You know, we're very mindful. Okay.
Yeah, I think as of right now, I've been enjoying the Daily Duo. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that weekly page. I just feel like it's not functional in the design that it's in.
hmm
Um, so I don't really use it too much. I wish it was just like Monday and then some lines. That would be
Yeah.
easier for me. But I'm loving that so far, so maybe I'll stick with that. And I think I might end up getting another Oristel. I've been loving using my passport,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe that. But
Honestly, I might be closer to possibly getting a Sterling ink for next year than I am to getting a Hobonichi for next year. That's a hot take.
does she have one that doesn't have the weeks?
I have no idea. That's why I'm saying
I
that.
mean, she has a crap ton of options. I
She
wouldn't be
does.
surprised.
I
Yeah.
need to do some research, but if she does have an A5 that has just months and days, there is a very, very good chance that I will get it. There's a very good chance that I'll get it. So I'm gonna definitely do some research and see, because I really do, like, I love my half letter for like literal like planning my days in my life and stuff. I really do want something that I can just memory plan in, because I'm not doing that in the half letter at all. It's just not big enough for all that, and I don't want that with my normal day-to-day stuff too. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't want anything that I'm gonna have to use every single day either. So we're gonna see. I really want something separate that I can like memory plan in though.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting that or it's still 365. I
Uh-huh.
think that has the months grouped together with
Okay.
I think it's 365 pages. I don't know. I know they're not
Mm.
dated pages. So I think
Yeah.
that'll be better cuz that's what I
Yes.
love about the cousins is having those pages to just journal, like do
Mm-hmm.
whatever with. So
It's
I'm thinking
easy to
of doing
cover up the
that. Yeah.
days and all that. That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah, so I think I might do that. I didn't order pre-order cuz I wasn't 100% sure. So I was
Very
like,
mindful.
yeah, very mindful. Yeah, very thoughtful. Cause like if I'm not 100% sure, don't buy it. Let's wait.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have
Yep.
extras, and I'll get it around the same time anyway. Once they have the
Exactly.
extras, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yep. Exactly. I
yeah.
love this for us. What a new phase of life we're in, where we're not buying first and asking questions later. Are we evolving?
I know. I truly, we're evolving. 2024, as I've
Mm-hmm.
talked about so many times, has just been the year of exposure, of evolution,
Yes.
of real clarity, seeing people who they
Yes.
are. And that
Very
includes
true.
myself and
Yep.
understanding that I don't need to like pull the trigger on things. Like I can wait. It's fine. I can't use
Yep.
it till 2025 if I get it anyway. So it's no
Agreed.
real rush.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, y'all. On that note, we will talk to y'all in September. Thank you
Just
so
crazy to
much
say.
for listening right to this podcast.
Leave us
Man.
5-star reviews. Let us
Yes.
know. Leave comments. Check out the YouTube page. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
y'all watching over on YouTube. We really appreciate y'all. So many ideas and stuff from y'all comments have been coming.
Mm-hmm.
So please keep, y'all thoughts and opinions and all that good stuff in the comments and let us know how
Yes.
we're doing. I think that's it.
All righty. Well, we will talk to y'all soon.
Bye, guys.